insurance. Let's talk about insurance. Insurance policies. Auto insurance policies really include three primary types of coverage. Liability coverage, number one. Anybody that drives on public roads is required to have liability insurance when they drive. That protects the driver from being sued, and basically the insurance is there to pay out, number one, to pay out for your liability in the event that you are liable. Or two, they're there to defend you, to pay for a lawyer to defend you in the event you're liable for somebody's injuries, in the event you're sued. Okay, that's the liability aspect of insurance. There's also underinsured or underinsured motorist coverage. That is coverage that is actually optional in some states. In the state of Washington, you must affirmatively waive your right to that UIM coverage by written signature in order to waive it. Otherwise, you have that coverage. That is coverage that stacks on top of any available underinsured motorists or any available liability coverage. In other words, if a person is driving down the road and they have their uninsured motorist coverage and they're struck and injured by a person that does not have any coverage, that UIM coverage stands in the place of the person that does not have any coverage. So it's important to have that underinsured or uninsured motorist coverage. I say uninsured or underinsured because hypothetically, if that person did have liability coverage, but their limits are only $25,000, and you have $100,000 uninsured motorist coverage, that $100,000 stacks on top of the $25,000. So you have a total pool of money of $125,000 instead of just the $25,000 the liability carrier had. So it's important to carry that underinsured motorist coverage. Additionally, there's something called personal injury protection, or what they call PIP coverage. PIP coverage pays medical bills and medical expenses when a person is injured in a car accident. It is a type of coverage, they call it no-fault coverage, meaning that a person could be driving down the road, fall asleep at the wheel, run into a tree on the way home and get injured. That person might be transported to the hospital. It's their own fault, their fault for their own injuries. But that PIP coverage still comes into play. You can use that PIP coverage to pay medical bills when you're injured by your own negligent acts, when you're driving a motor vehicle. So it's nice to have. What's nice about PIP coverage is that you can control your own medical care. You don't need to get a referral from your primary care physician to another physician, or you don't need to get a referral to a chiropractor. You can go see who you want to see, when you want to see them, without referral or without any pre-approval by your medical provider.